Well, joining us in the studio for this discussion is Executive Editor, CKN News, Chris Kehinde Nwandu. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
I want to even begin by asking you, how did you get to the studio?
Well, I had to do the needful.
You got fuel?
Yeah, well, I had to
Black
do
market?
Black market.
Really?
Or green market, whichever market it was.
You're even able to get black market.
Yes, I was able to get to black market, but it's not be easy.
You must be lucky.
How much did you pay?
So we're charging as much as 1,200 per liter.
Oh, so. That's crazy. Even though the NNPC, in a statement last week said that the issues that resulted in the tightening of this matter where there's fuel scarcity and also that the prices have not changed, but that it has all been resolved. All of the issues have been resolved. But what we are seeing is the finder statement, and even marketers, independent marketers have been speaking with regards to these issues. What do you interpret from all that is happening with regards to this matter?
Well, the NNPC statement is nothing new. We've been hearing that since 1960. Okay. So they will just tell you, we have enough in stock to last another 2 years, another 6 months, another 3 months. But when you look at the reality on ground...
So you think they're not telling us the truth?
Of course, they're not telling us the truth. Because as I was just coming, the NNPC at Alakwe there's over 2 kilometers or 3 kilometer stretch of vehicles there this morning. And it's same all over. And when that is what you get when you have a company, quote and unquote, having a monopoly in supply. That is what happens. Because practically close to 80 to 90% of petrol supply in Nigeria, petrol imported into Nigeria comes from NNPC. So the independent marketers buy from them. And they have been raising the view that for the past going to 2-3 weeks now, they've not been getting any supply from NNPC. So the question you ask yourself, what has the NNPC done? And they tell you, it's logistic problem.
What is this logistic problem?
That is what I'm telling you, that this lie is just, they've been telling this for so many years. And ask them what the logistic. No, they don't tell you what is logistic. Does logistic means that the vessel that is bringing it hasn't come in, or we're not coming in? Is it that moving it from that point to the depots is not possible? Is it that the trucks that are supposed to move this petrol from those depots to the other part of the country? So logistic could be anything. So it's just like INEC telling you,
one of the explanations they gave was that the importation of the fuel, that the container that is used to import the fuel cannot berth, exactly at the port. So they have to go there, take some and then bring it.
Are they just knowing this?
So they've not been able to have, the machinery that takes it, directly from.
So how have they been doing it?
How have they been doing it? Thank you very much for answering that question. Since 1960 or whatever that they've been doing it, how have they been doing it? When it shows some level of laxity on the part of our leaders or those that are in charge of types of our economy, because you know that everything is tied to petroleum in Nigeria. Practically everything is tied to petroleum. Now, the speculation is going even among the government that, they've started again, that the whole idea is to increase. Part of your report, you saw some people saying there, the whole idea is to increase the pump price of petroleum. And that is what the common man will say. But the fact is that, that is not the issue. For me, the problem is that how long will this last? How long we'll continue going through this route every time and we're not... What is the solution to this problem? The solution to this problem is what we shall start talking about, is the reviving of our refineries. We can't continue to import petroleum products. Nigeria is a member of OPEC. And I'm sure that within the ranks, we should be among the first 10 oil-producing country in the world. And you ask yourself, apart from Venezuela, that is neither here nor there, which other country in the world where you see they produce crude oil, export crude oil, but buy petroleum products, and also having these challenges we have? The government told us that by December last year, that the Port Harcourt petroleum, the refinery will start working.
Yes.
Tomorrow will be May 1st. And we continue moving it. It is going to be February. It's going to be March. It's going to be... Till now, nobody has told us why that refinery. And the arrangement was that after that, we are moving to Warri, we are moving to Kaduna. Then everybody was thinking, okay, let us wait. Dangote is coming on stream. Dangote has come on stream. There has not been a single drop of petroleum product from Dangote refinery. What they are selling now is A1, jet A1, and also diesel.
Diesel, yeah.
That is it. But the main product is petroleum. So that is the issue we are having. So what is the problem? Now, when we are having this logistic problem, as they said, this is going to affect now the transport, the cost of transport has skyrocketed again. Yeah. It has moved to about 300%. Across Lagos, if you're moving from Ojota to Pangrove now, it's over a 200% increase. Then with that increase, food cost, the cost of products, goods and services, especially food, that has already been increased over the months that Nigerians are, is going to increase again. So everything is tied to petroleum. And until we sort out that problem, then we are continuing to have this issue. And that is what is happening. Nobody is telling you. It started from Abuja.
Yes.
If you remember vividly,
yes.
You could remember that about a week or two ago, the first time already started crying in Abuja that this is good. Yes, that is where I thought that the NNPC would have come into and be able to sort out this issue of this so-called logistics. From Abuja, it spread to other parts of the country, moved to the west, now it hits Lagos. It is always very, very obvious when it hits Lagos because Lagos is the commercial city. It's the commercial nerve center of the country. Everybody will see it. That's right. Now, this would have been prevented. If they were able to sort out the logistics as it were in Abuja, I don't think we would have gotten to this. And you come to realize that even most of the North get their supply from Lagos.
Yes.
Because Kaduna is not working. Port Harcourt is not working. Warri is not also working. Even the one that is, we used to have a depot in Ore. I'm sure you know, maybe you don't know. We used to have an NNPC depot in Ore. For close to 8 to 10 years now, that depot is not working. And that is the issue. So until we be able to break this monopoly of only NNPC bringing in petroleum products, then we're going to have problems.
Do you agree to those who speculated that maybe Dangote Refinery is already churning out diesel, and then very soon it will, refining petroleum, and that definitely may crash the price of petrol, and that's the reason why some people are not, looking at, okay, we should bring in more fuel or more petrol, because this might affect, the price, the cost of, buying this petrol from abroad. So do you feel that might also be the reason, because they're just waiting to profiteer first, and then maybe they now begin to take it off from Dangote Refinery?
Nigeria has close to about 25% share in Dangote Refinery. Yes. I'm sure you are aware of that. Yeah. So Nigeria is still part owner of Dangote Refinery. Now to the issues raised, I really doubt that. Because if you look at it, if we don't take time, then we're going to have issue. The issue of monopoly that I'm still talking about. Look at some of the products being owned by Dangote, where he has monopoly. Let's take, for example, cement. Now, what is the cost of cement? You ask yourself. At a point, it rose as much as about 14,000, 15,000. Then even at a point, they agreed, the cement manufacturers agreed within themselves that we are going to peg the price at 8,000. It didn't work. So when you say, Dangote is going to bring, forget whatever is happening with the, yes, I know that with the diesel, it has come down from 1,000 to 1,000 naira, then to about 900. The last time we checked, 900. Yeah, but it is, I don't think that will still be the same. The problem is that we need to make sure that our refineries, let us say, if Dangote Refinery starts production and something happens within the production line, then what happens? If we're depending on Dangote, we're going back to what we have. The fact is that we need to make sure that our refineries get to work. And people say, government don't have any business in it. I say no. It's a dysfunctional government that does not have any business in business. Aramco is one of the biggest oil company in the world. It's owned by the Saudi Arabian government. Yeah. And it's very, very efficient. I'm sure you have seen their monitoring room. Yes. I'm sure you've seen that. You saw that video. Yeah. Where they sit, they can tell you every drop of one single petrol that is being produced in that country, being exported, crude, everything. You will see it. You just go there, you see yourself. So why is it that we're not using technology to also do what we're supposed to do? Now we're having serious problem in the Niger Delta. We're having issue of revenue. Oil theft is on the increase. We cannot meet our OPEC quota when it comes to crude oil. We cannot meet our quota. Now the level of oil theft is affecting our revenue, our generation of revenue. Now we went as far as now getting a private company. We have Navio. It is their job. We have NCDC, NSDC. It is their job. But we have gone as far as getting a private company that were paying trillions and trillions of naira to be able. But even at that, we are still having the issue. So it's a very, very fundamental issue within the oil sector. And until we address those issues, we'll continue to have this problem.
Well, sometime last week we had this conversation where the government is saying that they will employ technology to check oil theft, look into the petroleum sector, basically to address some of the challenges that the sector is facing as it is. But my question is, we have been talking about this matter of distribution. In fact, everything that you have said now is something we have been saying over the years. I am wondering why it is so difficult for us to just break the jinx and do what is necessary when we know it's in the best interest of the country, our economy, the people, as it is. Because we've been talking about inflation. Now you mentioned that as the prices are being hiked, as it is, food inflation will also increase. We are yet to deal with that. I mean, we know all the dynamics when we know that there's scarcity and there's an increase in the prices of transportation. Why is it so challenging for us to nip it in the bud?
It's either one, we don't have the political will to do what we ought to do. Two, the sabotage within the system. I will tell you for free that so many people are benefiting from what is happening. And it's a fact.
Is it difficult to spot them?
That is why I said the political will. The political will means our leaders, those in charge, being able to pick points and find out. I watched somebody on one of the national TV a few days ago. I can't remember who he was. And it was the former governor of Bayelsa State, Seraki Disin, where he said that the main big wigs that are causing the problem of oil theft in Niger Delta are based in Lagos and Abuja-based big men. He said it. It's all over the place. I watched him say it live. Then for somebody like that to say that, definitely being a former governor of an oil-producing state, he definitely knows what he's talking about. And also he knows those that he's talking about.
But in a country where we pride ourselves in the rule of law, what's going on?
That is what I'm saying. These so-called clique are within the top ranks of governance. And that is where the problem is coming from. So until we have the political will to be able to look ourselves, like Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror. We look ourselves in the mirror and ready to say the truth and make sure that we deal with it. It's just the same thing with insecurity. You see the level of insecurity going on. You see that our security agencies don't know what is going on. They don't know those behind. You don't know the bandits. You don't know most of these guys causing problems. How come we've not been able to take them out? That is it. That was the time we talk about, we know the government say, we have about a list of names behind insecurity in Nigeria. We are going to name and shame them. What happened? Till today, do you get of any name? But in Dubai, the government was able to establish about 6 or 8 individuals that said that were part of those financing terrorism, banditry in Nigeria. They got hold of them, got them tried within 1 week, and sentenced them. And they're in jail now. So how come that our own government, so that was why I've said that it's the system, until we have the political will to be able to, a lot of people are making so much money. It was just like what happened during the, subsidy regime. I think under Goodluck Jonathan, where people will come and collect money and say that
they
imported.
But they didn't.
Nothing came in.
And nothing happened.
And nothing happened to them. And everybody just went away as if nothing happened. The same thing is happening all over again. So that is why I say that this is a new government with so much desire to be able to right the wrongs. For us to be able to deal with this issue, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be able to look at the problem where it is. And you know what? You know the problem here is the Minister of Petroleum is who? It's the President. So if that sector is failing, then the President is failing. We only have a Minister of State. But the Minister of Petroleum Resources is the President of the Federal Republic. So if there's any problem within that sector, there's only one person we can hold responsible. That's the President. And which is why the President should be able to make sure that he looks at this problem as it were, be able to nip whoever they are. They cannot be more powerful than the country. You understand what I mean? He should be able, he's the President of Nigeria. Nigerian President is one of the most powerful in the world because he has all the power to be able to do whatever. And he's doing so well. He's already doing that in the economy. But I think that the issue of petroleum, the area of the oil and gas or the petroleum sector is another place he should turn his head. If there are some people behind this thing, then they kick them out.
If you ask the NNPCL, about this, they'll still maintain the fact that we have enough supply. It's just that people are engaged in panic buying. You mentioned that we started hearing about fuel scarcity in Abuja, and one of the NNPC officials, said that, according to Paul, said that there was a directive that depots should service Abuja filling stations before any other parts of the nation. So, and this might, according to the NNPC, might linger, for like 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks, we'll have, everything, sailing smooth. That's according to the NNPC. What's your reaction to this?
No, listen to this. It's just like when I was in the music industry. I used to be the artist and promotion manager of Sony Music. This Lagbaja War, Shino Peters, name them, was what we are doing those days. And most often than not, we came to realize that once we are releasing our record, we are still pirates. They are pirating the list. By the time you see the one that is original, they already have about 7. Then we did the research. And this research showed that the problem was that we are not releasing enough work into the market. If you understand me? So there was scarcity. So people want to buy the record, they want to buy the CD. They couldn't find it. So pirates now lashed on that.
They fill in the gap.
They fill the gap. So that is why you see them on the express selling those because there's a gap. Most often there's a gap. But if you flood the market enough, then so the same thing is happening. Why is it that we didn't have scarcity in about 4 or 5 weeks ago in Lagos? Because we have enough petroleum products. The fact is that there is scarcity now. So who is hoarding to do what? What are they hoarding for? Except there's some stories that we don't know about, or maybe there's a message that's coming out that there'll be an increase. When there's going to be an increase, there's always that tendency that for them to hoard this. But there's nothing that the NPCs have come to tell us that there's nothing like that. They say they have enough to last. But the independent marketers have come out to say that we don't have this product. Some of them say that they've paid for over 3 weeks, they've not gotten the product. So what are we talking about? And how many filling stations do NPC have? It's the independent marketers that have majority of the filling stations. So if you cannot feed them, and you think that everybody will just go cap in hand to go to your NPC filling station, then we're going to run into problem. So what we need now is to make sure that all the filling stations, all the depots are served. They say that the one in Lagos, the big depots in Lagos, is dry. That is what IPMA said. That is nothing there. They don't have anything. So let NPC start. Then if NPC says that is hot, then why don't they take cameras, take us as journalists, take us to this depot and show us that there are actually petroleum products inside in the depots and these guys are.
Well, if you look at the papers this morning, they said it's been reported that 240 million liter vessels arrived the depot, so perhaps we'll be having more supply as it is. But this matter of hoarding and pricing is also another issue with regards to this matter, because an expert was saying that fuel crisis is worsened by a mix-up of politics and economy in petrol pricing, because he's saying NNPC is selling at 600 naira, which is not a true reflection of market cost, and saying that is not sustainable. That is why I believe that some Nigerians are saying perhaps that's why we are seeing some persons hoarding, because what they are lifting and the reflection of the market is not something that is sustainable for them as it is. And so they are keeping their fingers crossed to see what can happen, even though NNPCL is saying the prices have not changed, but they are saying it's not sustainable.
But the fact remains that from reports coming out, it's obvious that we are back to subsidy days. It's been said that, when the president came in on the 29th of May, 2023, the first thing announced, subsidy is gone. And everybody clapped, and we had this rally event. But from the report we are getting now, is that subsidy is back. Refinery has come out to say that, and I've never seen the government come to debunk what Refinery said. And there have been instances where you have, so if they are saying that the cost that NNPC is selling at compared to what they are is not commensurate, that means that the one by NNPC is being subsidized. That is what it means. Because I saw somebody make an analysis like saying that if we were to pay for petroleum as it were, if not that it's being subsidized, then Nigeria is going to pay as much as about 920 naira per liter.
And even 1,000.
And even 1,000. Yeah. So the government also have to come out to now tell us that the subsidy regime, did it fail or has it failed? So that we can know how we start adjusting. We know we are very good at adjusting. Yeah. So that we can adjust our knicker and shirts again, waiting for the obvious. But the fact remains, as I said, The only solution to this problem, where we'll not be having this problem, is that we must make sure that our refineries are working. That is just the basic fact. There's no two way about it.
But the senators are also divided over this refinery of a thing. You know, some of them said, yeah, definitely, according to the CEO, LNPC, or Milikiari, saying that the Port Harcourt refinery will start this month end. The Senate were in Kaduna refinery, I guess, and then they've been to other places. Some of them said, okay, it's going to help the economy. Others are saying that what we need is a brand new refinery. So exactly where do you stand in this?
Before you get brand new car, my brother, want to be using Tokubo.
Well, what is the rickety car?
No, is it not better? If you need serious, let me tell you. If I have a rickety Tokumbo that can move me from here to the next day, I'll be using it.
Use the word that can. What if it cannot?
For now, let me tell you, what we need is we need an immediate solution, and we can look toward the future. The immediate solution we are looking at is that, yes, we know that this refinery, some of them as old as 50 years. It's a fact. But ask yourself, all the billions and trillions of naira that were voted for turnaround maintenance of this, what happened to it?
That's the question.
That is it.
So isn't it high time we start bringing persons to book with regards to the monies we had synced into this matter?
We're saying that without number. We continue seeking trillions and trillions for turnaround maintenance that never turns. Nothing turns. And nobody is brought to book. And that is where I was thinking that people, the EFCC should be looking. We should be looking at that sector. Most of these other sectors, yes, I agree, but those are just small fly. The day that EFCC or ICPC turn its searchlight on what is happening within the oil and gas sector, we will see what is going to happen. But as I said, let us start with reviving what we have. They have assured us in December that they're going to get it done. All well and good. I think it was saying that about 100,000 liters of fuel per day. That is what we can get from Kaduna. Don't forget, I read reports recently that they want to build another one in Port Harcourt. Then we should do that. But let us revive the one we have. You know the effect of that? That also will tell on our foreign exchange. You are talking of the dollar going up and down like yo-yo. The fact is that if we stop importing petroleum products, that dollars that we're using, we can use it for other things. You understand what I mean? Because over close to 90, if 100%, I won't even, it's 100%. 100% of the petroleum products and diesel and whatever we use in Nigeria are imported, except now that Dangote has come on stream. You know how much we're going to make from that? That is what I'm saying. Now, not only are we exporting, we can also export to other. The last time we were told the problem why there are two things that we are told why the subsidy was removed. They say some people were benefiting from it. Yeah. And the second one, that it was being taken out of the country, out of the country.
Sustainable.
That it was not sustainable. But we've done that. We've done the removal of subsidy. Has we solved the problem? Then there's some fundamental problem.
No, but then it solved the problem on one hand. The state governments are beginning to receive, higher allocation.
Yeah, and what have they done with the allocations that they had?
That's another.
The palliatives that we are asked to distribute, them have distributed the palliatives at our own expense. They receive about 2-3 times what they used to receive. Yeah. But how has that sell on average Nigerian? Yes.
That's the question.
How has that changed the price of Gary in the market? Vero, I know you go to market.
I go to market more.
You go to market.
It's a market man.
So what I asked you, for the first time in my life, I have seen in Nigeria where, we used to buy 2 bags of yam.
Yeah.
But I followed my wife to the last time. My brother, I saw pieces of
yam
being sold.
Yeah.
I've never seen such in my life before. For the first time, yam cut into pieces and people have. That is the level of poverty. So what I'm saying is that, yes, the governor might be smiling to the banks and say, well, what have they done with what they are getting? And that's why we appreciate some of the, like look at what Governor Baseke did yesterday. He's the first governor to come out and say, I'm going to pay 70,000 naira minimum wage.
But there are those who are also querying that why is it at this point he's
let me tell you.
Twilight of his leaving office.
It is better late than. No, don't say that, because I remember 2 years ago, he was the first governor to come out to pay 40,000 naira. Yeah. When others were finding it difficult to pay 30. So it's not just, I don't think that it has to do with politics. You may say that it has to do with politics, but the fact is that the man has realized the problem, whether he's leaving tomorrow, he's leaving next tomorrow, whether it's political or not. The fact is that the people of Edo State, from next month, will be able to receive something. And that is what we have been praying that other state governments should do. But some are any more than Edo State. Why is that they're not doing the same thing?
So the people of the state should now begin to put pressure on their governors to ask questions.
That is the problem with police, because our people don't ask questions.
We have to leave the conversation here now. Thank you so much, Executive Editor, CKN News, Chris Kendingwando, for your time on the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
I wish you'd be able to get your own fuel as well.
I hope. All right, you're watching TVC Breakfast. We quickly go on a short break. When we return, we'll bring you the news update.